I think it's recording. Can you check?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so bike. A word that I think it can be translated into happiness. Why? Because riding a bike is great. I had a bike for like 13 years. My godparents gave it to me when I was 5 years old, and I still have it at home. Um, it was used by my two younger brothers, so you can tell. Is called Recycle Bikes for Kids, in which people donate bikes and then you can go and help and fix them and they can give it to kids. My name is Jesus Denate Vázquez and I recognize this work as my own and completely my own because I researched on it and I have a little bit of experience with bikes. To tell you about this, it's just fun because I love this topic. I love how everything is correlated to it, and it's just it. Now that we talk about the feeling of a bike, my bike that I had, my credibility, we'll talk about the inside of the organization, Recycle Bike for Kids. According to Ranking 2008, this organization started in 2017. His mission was to give free bikes to kids and provide adults with the opportunity to own a bike and support bike infrastructure and education in our community. This started in 2007. He wanted to buy 100 bikes with his own money. He told his friends. They got him 400 bikes. He fixed 300 of them and donated to kids. Now, as a fun fact, by 2013, so 5 years after, they fixed 1,600 bikes, which is impressive. The main mission of this organization was to collect bikes, then fix it, shine it, put some helmets on it, give it to kids. And the third one is to have a program which they could keep up with it. So any 16-year-old can go help on the bike, fix it, and then he can ride it. For some service, they have an open shop every Monday from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. and they have a wrench day every third Wednesday from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. and they are also available by appointment through email or phone. Their story is to decide to create an organization for kids and to have an impactful way in which they can remember, which I do with my bike. Secondly, positive service. This is relevant to you all because we all have different backgrounds, even though if you're of the same race or not, you'll all be different. You'll have different families, you'll be different, we live in different places, different states. According to the Communication in the Real World 2016, cultural identities are based on socially constructed categories that teach us the way of being and include expectations for social behaviors of acting. An example for this are African Americans before and after the Civil Rights Movement, the way of the acting and being, and the way of acting of everybody else. This concept illustrates my example because before they wouldn't even like anyone, and afterwards they started to correlating, doing the same stuff, and they be like, oh yeah, you did this, I did that. We're kind of same, you know. Afterwards, they acculturated. So they started having the same likings, the same hobbies, the same sports, whatever. So that related to one another. The second concept is, according to the Communication in the Real World 2016, social relationships are relationships that occasionally meet our needs and lack closeness and interdependence of personal relationships. Example of these are co-workers and friends, the neighbors. Those are people that are not close to you or are not forced to be next to you, like your brothers or your friends, family that you see every day. You probably see your neighbor every day, but like, yeah, and also they are voluntary. A friend is volunteering to be with you, not as your brother. There has to be you live under the same roof, basically. Thirdly,
just keep going. You're good.
To improve the communication and concepts. This is relevant to you because we talk and communicate. We don't know the hidden stuff that is in the conversation and the communication that we're trying to convey. According to the Department of Communication, 2023, communication is a constant exchange of behaviors that can be interpreted by others, and each person is a sender and a receiver simultaneously. I chose this concept because it helps us to detect different processes that happen at the same time that we are not aware of, but that I usually overlap. I can use this to improve my communication and my community in the way of paying more attention, listening to what the others are trying to say, when I'm talking and when I'm not, or when I'm doing something and when I'm not. Because you gotta give your full attention when somebody's trying to tell you something. And as we know that communication is inevitable. To interpret others' intentions, we gotta be compassionate and positive. And also we gotta show some forgiveness and consideration. Lastly, yes.
Oh, it's back on. Keep going. You're good.
Okay. Communication is effective by showing concern about you, your community, and concern about others, basically, in essence. And in return, you might get shown some concern. Now, to summarize this, I talked about the organization, the inside, what they do, what they don't, and some experience, the two concepts, and my ethical and foundational principles. Recycle Bags for Kids, it's a great organization just because it had bikes and it can be happiness.